Good morning. It is the weekend. Welcome to another One Mind meditation. It is Saturday morning. I hope your week's been awesome. I hope you're ready to have a fun weekend and use the weekend to regroup, re-energize yourself, and be ready for the next week. Our teacher this week is Jon Kabat-Zinn, and our meditation this Saturday morning is the same one as we always have every Saturday morning. It's called Come to Your Senses. And Jon Kabat-Zinn actually wrote the book that says Come to Our Senses. I think that's the book's name. Trying to remember, is that the book's name? But he wrote a book that says exactly that, Come to Our Senses. So here's a few quotes that speak to this idea. Israela, good morning, happy Saturday. He says, when awareness embraces the senses, it enlivens them. When our awareness embraces our senses become more alive. Somebody, good morning, happy Saturday. In other words, bring awareness to your senses. Our senses are always picking up input from the outside, but we're not necessarily always aware of that. It says, just watch moment to moment without trying to change it at all. Hey Charlene, good morning, happy Saturday. Just watch this moment to moment, without trying to change it at all. What is it that is happening? What is it that you feel? What do you see? What do you hear? Just bring awareness to your senses. Don't try and change it. Just see what's there. Experience the fullness of what is there. He says mindfulness means paying attention in a particular way, and then he describes this particular way. But paying attention mindfully in awareness requires us to pay attention in a particular way. It is to pay attention on purpose. It is to be in the present moment, but the last point is the most important one. This is what we're practicing today. Is also pay attention and see exactly what's there without judging any of it. Non-judgmentally. Can we bring awareness to our senses and use our senses to see exactly what is there? And then here's the most difficult part, because we have a pattern of instantly judging things, making them good or bad, turning things into these black or white boxes that we place them in. And noticing when we do that, the moment we make things right or wrong, good or bad, can we just take a step back and say, what would the experience be like if I did not classify this, if I didn't put it in a box, if I could just experience it without attaching right or wrong to it? It doesn't mean we should accept everything, but it's more helpful if we have the full experience of everything before we decide, is this for me or is it not? Last little thoughts and we'll get started. Our meditation today, Come to Your Senses, is very simple. It's a small little thing. It's just paying attention to your 5 physical senses. And this is probably his most famous quote, says, the little things, the little moments, they really aren't little. These very simple things, they really aren't little. This is what consumes our whole life. I love this meditation for its simplicity. Please remember that you don't have to wait for a Saturday morning. Hey Jacqueline, good morning, happy Saturday. You don't have to wait for a Saturday morning to join us in a big Come to Your Senses meditation. You can do this anytime. You can stop for a few minutes, close your eyes, breathe, and just cycle through all 5 of the physical senses. Every time you do, you drop from your head into your body. Your brain waves have to slow down. Remember, they're up there and they're getting busier and busier. When you pay attention to your body in this way, everything is kind of forced to slow down. So if you're ready, here we go. You can close your eyes and let's slip away. Starting with the first few big breaths. Let's take a deep breath in. And out. Take a deep breath in. And out. A deep inhale. And let it go. Deep breath in. And out. One more big breath in. And let it all flow away. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And as you fill your belly with air, feel yourself grow from your core, expanding outwards. And once you've reached your full height, let all of it go. With every exhale, soften. With every breath outwards, soften your spine, slump down your shoulders and drop your head. And feel yourself dropping from your head into your body, do the opposite thing so easily. We get caught up in thinking, and our getting caught up in thinking often brings us to a bit of anxiety, a little bit of stressfulness. In this state of stress and anxiety, our arteries go narrower, our sympathetic nervous system gets switched on. We are in that fight or flight mode. When we're in that space, our body and our brain wants to give us access only to the things that'll help us fight or run. When we're in fight or flight, our body prevents access to all the other things. The things that are softer, the things that are more open, love, compassion, empathy, clear, creative problem solving. Fight or flight means this. Your brain and your body wants to give you access only to the things that are helpful for fighting or running. And so often in this space, in this lack of clarity, we feel that we need to think harder. And as we think harder, we add more thoughts to already many thoughts. And our thinking harder drives our brain waves up faster and faster. And our brain only wants us to allow thinking about fighting or running, because that's what everything in our body says we're busy doing. Remember to stop, breathe, soften, drop from your head down into your body, bring awareness to your senses. And as you slowly start to become more open, as your body moves from a sense of being closed to a sense of being open, your nervous system shifts and you start gaining access to not just fighting or running, but thoughts that are creative. Thoughts that can actually solve problems. Thoughts that can include the point of view of the other person. Remember to stop. We'll take the last few big breaths of this phase together, helping our body stretch, adjust, and settle down. Take a deep breath in. As you release, drop your head all the way forward. And you roll out your neck muscles. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders forward. Take a deep breath in. As you release, roll your shoulders backwards. Take a deep breath in. As you release, focus on your spine. One more big breath in. And as you release, you can stretch, move, and adjust any part of your body that still needs a bit of help settling down. Having stepped into presence as much as we can, we'll turn our attention inwards and dive deep inside for the next part of our journey. With every next inhale, we'll hold our breath for a few short moments, followed by a long, slow exhale. Let's take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, make it a really long, really slow exhale. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, feel into your body. And invite softness into every part of your body. Take a deep breath in. And hold. As you release, follow the downwards flow. You'll feel your shoulders slowly falling. You'll feel your body slowly softening. You'll feel how you are slowly slipping deeper into you. One more big breath in. And hold. And as you release, feel yourself melting. Feel your body dissolving. Feel how you are slipping into a deeper level of surrender with every slow exhale. You can continue the same breathing pattern on your own time. Every slow inhale through your nose gets drawn all the way deep down into your belly. And on this journey, you are invited to follow every step of the way. As you breathe in through your nose, feel the air flow in through your nostrils. Feel the air touch the back of your throat. Stay with your breath as it flows in through your lungs. And as you fill up the balloon inside your belly, feel yourself slip all the way in. Hold your breath only for as long as it feels really easy. follow it with a long, slow exhale. With your next big breath as you dive deep into you, our journey is one of the senses. Welcome yourself to this body. Take your next big breath. Our journey starts at the top, and we work our way down to the bottom. Our first stop is your eyes, and what you would have been able to see if you were to open them. As you take your next big breath and as you dive deep into you, what would be the first thing, the most obvious thing that you would see if you were to open your eyes? And with your mind, study this thing from all its angles. Take your next big breath. We'll change gears and pay attention to what is the least obvious thing you would see if you were to open your eyes. What is something you'd have to search around for? When you find that with your mind, study all of its details from all of its angles. Take your next big breath. We take a step down to what you can hear. And with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, what is the most obvious sound that you can hear? And if you've heard this sound multiple times before, could you possibly hear different layers in this old sound? Take your next big breath. Then with your next big breath, as you dive deep into you, listen deeply for the faintest sound that you can pick up. Zone into that sound that you can barely hear and see how much of it you can hear. Take your next big breath. We take another step down, and for the next 2 stops, you change your breathing to whatever works for you, whatever helps you to smell and to taste. For our next stop, as you take your next big breath, pay attention to what you can smell. Is there an obvious smell that you can pick up? Take your next big breath. And then, is there any other smell? Is there any other scent that you could also pick up? Take your next big breath. we'll do the same for our sense of taste. With your next big breath, is there an obvious taste that you can discern? Take your next big breath. And then changing gears with your next big breath. Is there any other layer of taste that you can also pick up? Take your next big breath. And then our last stop is the surface of your skin. Scan the surface of your skin and pay attention to where you feel the densest sensation. And in that area, as you take your next big breath and dive deep into you, see if you can immerse yourself into everything you feel in that space. What are all the different touches and pressures you feel in that obvious sensation? Take your next big breath. Very last stop. Where in your skin can you feel the slightest sensation? Only barely feel anything, but if you pay attention, actually, there's something there. Take your next big breath. Take one more big breath together, slipping out of the breath holding space and into the next. Let's take a deep breath in and hold. And as you breathe out, feel yourself slip all the way through. There is no more attention on your breathing. Sit all the way back or lie all the way back down and feel yourself just floating. When you come to your senses in this way, you're dropping from your head down into your body, and your brain waves kind of have to follow. What might have been busy, high beta, racing brain waves are kind of left no choice but to slow down and think slower thoughts as you bring your attention to your senses. This doesn't have to take a long time. You can stop for 5 minutes anywhere in your day and remind yourself. I'll remind you of how Jon Kabat-Zinn puts it. He says, when awareness embraces the senses, it enlivens them. He says, just watch this moment without trying to change it at all. What is it that is happening now? What is it that you feel? What is it that you see? What is it that you hear? Mindfulness means paying attention in a particular way, on purpose, in the present moment, and non-judgmentally. Can we pay attention and step away from the need to make things right or wrong, the need to classify things as good or bad? Just like you were able to do with your senses right now, can we just see? Can we just feel? And then, lastly, the little things, the little moments, like simply paying attention to your senses. The little things and the little moments, they are not little. We have the last 5 breaths of gratitude to do together. With every exhale, I'll say my thank you, and I invite you to say yours. Let's take a deep breath in. Thank you for this vehicle with which I get to walk or drive around with on the surface of this planet. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the full spectrum of experiencing and feeling and expressing that this vessel allows me to do. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for becoming, slowly but surely, a better operator of this vehicle. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for the understanding and the gratitude that I have for this body. One more big breath in. Thank you, beautiful people. Thank you for being in our circle today. Good morning, Vivian. Good morning, Gabrielle. Anthony, hello. Rupe, good evening, I'm guessing. It's so good to see you. Have an awesome day, everyone. Have a great weekend. Hope you get to... Oh, hang on, Pat, good morning. Hope you get to have a good weekend. Have fun, rest, and be ready to jump into the next week. Lots of love to you all. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.